haven't checked out my fragrance review on Fleur Universelle from the Noir Premier line from Lalique, you're missing out on a really good fragrance. But today we're spotlighting Intemporel from Lalique from the same lineup. Let's see if they can go for two for first impression coming up. What's going on, YouTube fragrance family? Welcome to another first impression on my channel where I tell you my first impression on a particular fragrance. Today we're going to go with the House of Lalique and their Noir Premier line. This is, I think this is the centerpiece of the line, Intemporel, the beautiful gold bottle. Usually most of them come in these black standard bottles. Discounters are discounting this stuff real cheap. I found fragrances like this. Fragrance X, Notino, all of them, I think around 100, 130 bucks for some of these. So definitely search around. Don't pay retail. I know on Facebook groups, I've seen bottles, like half bottles for like 60, 70 bucks. So what a steal of a deal, especially Fleur Universelle. I saw one yesterday, I think, on a Facebook group, and I'm like, oh, that is cheap. But today, we are going to focus on Intemporel here from one of my latest hauls. This is, of course, from FragranceX.com, so I do want to thank my partner, Fragrance X, for this scent. You can purchase Intemporel on their website. You can utilize my sweet code, ROBES08. You get 15% off on this fragrance, and they do have most of this Noir Premier line. There's a few new releases that they still don't have, but this one, very interesting. I was very much blown away with Fleur Universelle. That's why I keep looking this way, because that bottle is beautiful and that scent was beautiful. I am wearing Intemporel as my scent of the day. I got the dry down over here. And the one thing I can say about both these fragrances, not that they're alike, but the smoothness. It really does remind me of a high-end feel, like the Guerlain, L'Or La Matière. You know how there's the smoothness to those fragrances? These fragrances, this one too, same thing. So let's do a first initial spray here on my hand to remind me of that introduction and let you guys know my first impression on it here. And smooth, beautiful. Immediately when I smell this, I'm like, this would be perfect for fall. Sadly, fall's long gone, but the opening shows a complexity that I come to expect from the high-end Lalique line. The dominant note in this fragrance has to be the vanilla. That's what attacks my nose right away. There's quite a few spices here. There's a black pepper that gives you a little kick. Also, there is some nutmeg in this fragrance that kind of gives you that fall feeling, right? There's Tolu Balsam in here too. Tolu Balsam kind of plays an ambery take to the fragrance, slightly musky. And the one thing that's not taken me aback, but really is putting a smile on my face, is because most of these scents that are constructed like this, like Espiritus du Vanille, Tonka Imperial, things like this, really the one thing that it's missing is a little bit of kick. And the black pepper is something that really stood out to me, that is very interesting, well played, and it meshes very well with the rest of the fragrance. So I can't wait to delve more into this fragrance and see if that black pepper continues to give me that trick, to continue to really surprise me, because that introduction, well made, well constructed, a very simple, straightforward, but that black pepper, maybe it's because I'm talking about it more now, it's giving me a good kick. So the dry down itself, the smoothness is still there. Very smooth, almost too smooth. The tobacco here shows a little bit of its influence. There's coffee in the note breakdown of this fragrance. It's mildly a part of this scent. Maybe it'll show itself a little bit more, and that was one of the notes that really caught my eye, and it was really high, I think, in the Fragrantica rating. So I'm like, ooh, a coffee-based scent, but not disappointed that the coffee's not showing up as much as I thought it would be, but really very much a vanilla-based scent with some tobacco here. The vanilla and the Tolu Balsam plays a large part of this one. Even in the dry down, there's a little bit of patchouli in this, but other than that, very simple, straightforward. This is there is some complexity, but really it's all about the forefront is more the vanilla than anything. Overall, Intemporel from Lalique. As a first impression, she's warm, she's cozy. It does remind me a little bit of Guerlain. I like that I mentioned that, like a Tonka Imperial meets a Spiritueuse Double Vanille. It has that smoothness and that balance to the fragrance, which is not a bad thing when you're compared to those fragrances. It has an ounce of greatness in it. I can see some greatness in this fragrance, but the price tag, will it match the scent itself? Scents in this genre, like a Tonka Imperial Spiritueuse Double Vanille, may be better suited for that price tag. So that was one thing that, but really in great company. I can't wait to delve more into it. And as always, I'd love to hear your comments on this particular fragrance or any from this lineup. Which one do you think I should purchase next? Because I got two now. Who's going to be the third wheel in this Lalique line? Because I absolutely love it. The bottles look gorgeous side by side. I can't wait to delve into this one. But if you have tested Intemporel, please comment below. Let us know what you guys think. I just want to thank everybody that's tuning in on my channel. I really appreciate it. And thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.